Okay, dear Libra, so let's begin the full moon aspect of your reading. And I have just a little bit of sage here as we begin. And I'm inspired with Mars. You have Mars in your sign at the moment, so I'm going to draw a card for what that is offering you at this time. And I think I will use one of my favorite decks here. Which is the Dreaming Way. And see what the Martian energy through your sign might offer you as we move into your season. You know, the next moon, well, the next new moon, another form of balancing. The next new moon will be in your, will be your new moon. So we're coming, we're coming to that place in your year, a place of renewal, recalibration. And look at this. This Two of Pentacles is another type of balancing, and it's to me it relates to this one, where you had the resistance, or an inheritance of resistance maybe to change. I was talking in the Aries reading a little bit about how some things that the ancestors perhaps did not have a chance to work out during their time on Earth, or were unable to, that we retain that, or they try to continue working that out through us in a way, or we may find ourselves reinscribing stories. And what we're really doing now at this time with the moving in the Six of Swords, we are moving to new horizons. We are moving out of one sensibility and into another, and so the ancestors can support us in that, and they can also release us and honor us in our times, and we can do that for ourselves and each other as well. So it's a rebalancing, which has a nice echo with your own card. And then I also got the Seven of Swords, and I've been talking a lot in different decks, in at least 2 and possibly 3 decks I've gotten the Seven of Swords relating to Martian and or masculine, which is so conflated at times with the Martian energy. These archetypes have ridden together through a lot of time and understanding and contemplation. And I've gotten this card for the masculine and the Martian energies, both in the archetype reading and in the Aries reading that I just did, the 2 other long videos that I've done so far on YouTube. And I've read it really as trying to move away from a certain sort of, oh, hang on. Was it the Seven of Wands or the Seven of Swords? Anyway, I'm just gonna, they're somewhat similar cards, and it's about wanting to walk away from, I think it was the Seven of Wands, so I'm getting it a little bit mixed up, pardon me, but it is a wanting to walk away, a desire to walk away. Actually, even more with the Wands, it's a desire to walk away from the argument, to just walk away from the opposition, whereas with the Seven of Wands, it was more trying to figure out how to stand one's ground without being seen as aggressive, or without feeling like one had to be aggressive or even really assertive. Definitely not defensive, not wanting to be defensive, but it's a letting go. These sevens are a letting go of old forms and old formats of defining ourselves in binary systems and hierarchical systems, in opposition to each other, rather than like, if we come into to our soul's true dignity, true shape, there are boundaries. There are still boundaries, but they're more, perhaps more permeable or more shifty, but definitely more natural, more organic, because we're each fully in our own self-definition, in our own self, fully inhabiting that, all the parts of ourselves, parts that may have been left along the way throughout history as a certain type of person that we are, whatever's been defined as our type, whether it's, gender, sexuality, race, etc., where that definition of us within stereotypes, the lower vibration of archetypes, we're in the stereotypes, not to be binary or hierarchical. It's all a process moving through this transformative time. Anyway, so, whether we haven't been able to fully inhabit ourselves because of the way the assumptions placed upon us, or trauma that, and both of those go hand in hand often, trauma that's occurred to us within our own gentle, sweet life as a human coming into this world to experience it, we can pull together all of that and inhabit that, all of ourself. And in doing so, boundaries don't need to be made in opposition. They don't need to be maybe quite as strict. Their existence or non-existence. They just are there. They're part of things. They are related to the fact that we are all equal, that equality is like gravity. It's a fact you can't argue, as Joss Whedon says, equality is like gravity. It's a fact of nature and life here on Earth. We are all equal. We all are honorable, valiant, and matter. And then also, there was a second thing I wanted to say, but I got a little lost in that one. Oh, that love, as our physicist, our most famous physicist of the 20th century reminds us, Albert Einstein, love is the greatest force in the universe. Okay, so these are from Mars, a walking away from old warring and oppositional methods, and then a balance and a recalibration, an earthy one, with the materials of Earth, our material lives here on Earth. Look at this gorgeous earthling, and part of that is the matter, the materiality of, grounding ideas and even grounding emotions. Okay. And I just noticed that where I placed the cards down, right here we have the Tower. And it's in reverse, so what I've been reading the reversals as is that there's more of an ease to the energy than we might expect. There's more of an ease in the extreme change, in this case, than we may have expected. Okay, and I think at this point I will draw one more card for the ancestors as well, what their energy is offering to you at this time, how they may support you. Dear Libra, as you come fully and easily into the true extent, the true heraldic extent of your actual powers. And they offer you this magic wand, this, again, renewal, this, begin again, create again. As so many of our ways and modes of thinking, stories that we have told, we no longer reinscribe them. We create anew. Of course, we use and we reflect upon it. We carry with us to some degree, but not as a burden, not anything that's a burden. We carry with us into this future that we all are entering together in each millisecond. we carry this ability to create and to create the structures that will allow for justice as we each, and each in our own true strength and power. So this is quite a change that we're going through as humanity, because we've kind of categorized things off, and there's been a lot of deep unfairness, to put it mildly. Okay, so yes, so the ancestors offer you that. The earth, the water trine is, helping you flow into your true power. The changes we are going through may occur more gently and easily here on Earth than we might have otherwise imagined.